Good morning, everyone. Clint McLaughlin here with Midwest Market Management. Got Riley Sykard on here today. It is Tuesday, April 22nd. We're going to dive right into Safrinha corn conditions here today. Boy, from everywhere you can tell, Riley, it just looks like they've got a humdinger going down there.
Yeah, we've seen some reports. People are actually starting to take their crop estimates up. So sounds like everybody's kind of beating to the same drum that we are. That South American crop looks pretty good. So unless you got anything else, let's hop right into it.
Sure.
So just like always, first thing I want to do is put into perspective how big of an area we're talking about. Key areas to watch are anywhere from that Mato Grosso down through Paraná. Those are your key areas of Safrinha corn production. So those are your areas that you really want to be watching. And as we get into this, it's going to be pretty clear. Pretty much everything's getting the rain it needs. That Mato Grosso area, like we mentioned, 50% of the Safrinha corn production is in that area, and that's taken up almost the entire Midwest. So this is a huge area, and it's not, you can't answer the Safrinha crop, how's the weather doing, in a one sentence answer because it's such a big area. So important to keep in mind. With that said, hop right into the temperatures over the next 5 days. Pretty ideal here, Clint. I mean, 80s, some areas brushing the low 90s, but like we've mentioned, that's pretty mild for them this time of year. Not anything super unexpected. No reason to have any concern.
Yeah, and these maps are pretty zoomed out, right? So, there's probably some isolated areas in there that are 94, 96 area. Leave a little room for variance in the maps, technology is good, but it's not perfect. But even at 94 to 96 down there, granted, that's warmer than any corn plant really needs or wants to be, but when it's well watered, it's not a terrible situation.
Yep. Then looking at the 6 to 10 day to go with it, all those 90s are coming out of the forecast too. So coming even more ideal, 80s to high 70s. I mean, you can't get much better corn growing conditions than that. So
Yeah.
moving in over the last 13 days, you can see there has been rainfall pretty much everywhere. That, Mato Grosso de Sol saw some fairly substantial amounts. Mato Grosso has some spotty areas that missed rains in that southern region. But overall, a lot of areas receiving the rain it needs and keeping this crop going. So not any issues there. Moving into the soil moisture, like I just mentioned, a lot of green. A lot of green means it's well watered and it has what it needs right now to grow. That one region in the southern area of Mato Grosso that I mentioned, they maybe missed some of those rains, so they have some orange on the map. But when you're looking at it from a national perspective for Brazil, I mean that's a lot of green and not a lot of orange, Clint.
Yeah, maps are certainly looking pretty good. And as far as timing of the crop goes, keep in mind, guys, this is a very large region. So you have some of the corn down there is actually in pollination filling stages, while the bulk of it is still more in, vegetative stage, if you will. But we are advancing the crop along here and becoming more and more critical time period. So luckily we're going into it pretty well watered here. Looks like we're in pretty good shape yet.
Yep. And going off of that, got to remember down there, they're south of the equator. It's opposite of what you think. The further north you are, the further along that crop is. So your areas in northern Mato Grosso, or your stuff that's maybe starting to pollinate a little bit or having some stuff that's filling out.
Yeah, meanwhile, down in Argentina, they're still harvesting the first crop, and in northern Brazil, they're pushing the second crop into pollination. So, well, you got to stay on your toes when you're talking about South America weather.
Exactly. So looking at the subsoil, it's showing about exactly the same as the surface. Moving into the actual rainfall, looking over the next 1 to 5 day, some areas, once again, that southern area, Mato Grosso, maybe we have to start giving that a little bit of attention, but overall, everybody's getting some shape or form of rain here. So not any concern there. It's going to alleviate most areas that have any type of dryness. 6 to 10 day, the southern regions look a little drier. Overall, though, they're well watered right now. That they can withstand, I'd say, Clint, what do you think? Week plus, 2 weeks without any rain, even with.
Yeah, it's really hard to say from here, not being as keen on their soil profiles as we are. But yes, this, if there were going to be a story to develop, it would definitely be in this area that we're looking at here that's getting drier. And the timing of that, Riley, is going to be, as it's drying out, that's crops going to be pushing more into the pollination phase here in the weeks ahead. So if there were potentially a storyline to be brewing, that's where it would be. But right now, in my opinion, it's a little early to call it a storyline.
Yep, I agree. Moving in finally here, 1 to 13 day, kind of putting everything into one pretty clear, especially Mato Grosso, the area that's starting to pollinate to the north. Large amounts of rain. Exactly what they need. Good temperatures. There's not anything in here that makes you want to get bullish markets by any means. So with all that said, when it comes to the maps, that's all I got today. Clint, any final comments?
No, I appreciate you taking the time to put the maps together. Marcus Weather Group, appreciate them providing the maps for us. Again, Midwest Market Management, Clint McLaughlin, Riley Sykard. If you like these weather reports, you can clearly find them on YouTube, Facebook. If you go to MidwestMarketManagement.com, you can fill out a contact form and get signed up to receive the links via text message or email, so it'll come directly to you. We'll be following up here shortly with U.S. weather, ever increasing in importance, and we got some new maps out here and some fresh looks at things here today, so be looking forward to seeing you in our U.S. weather as well. Thanks a lot and have a great day.